I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and...
Hello, hello. It's Pirate Weasel back at it again. Week 75 of our challenge run. Oh my god. We're so close to the end. I counted on my fingers yesterday, and I feel like there are only 15 weeks we actually have to complete the challenge. We should have like a good maybe 6 to 7 or even 7 to 8 possible retreats if we need them. So even though I did have like one retreat on week 20, we built ourselves a lot of leeway. We didn't retreat in many dungeons, maybe only 3 or so. I was thinking, like, with Phangophobia, I feel like I kind of don't want to do the courtyard with that, honestly. I can't take man-at-arms on any of these quests that... The best thing to do this week might actually to go into Farmstead, I think. As much as I hate that. Yeah, might be Suicide Squad in the Farmstead this week. Ugh. What is this? Oh. These shield breakers are both so bad. What? These are like the same quirk. Torn Rotator, Weak Grip are literally the exact same quirk? Oh no, -5 damage. Oh! Ash, hey. Thanks for the raid. You don't have to... I hope you don't feel obligated to raid me. You can always raid someone else, but I do appreciate it. Nothing exciting going on here though, I don't think this week. Did kind of want to do the Countess this week, but because my man-at-arms has Phangophobia, I'm like, I think I'll just wait for my other man-at-arms to get out of the Abbey. That way I have a spare in case Wolf comes next week. Oh yeah, when you opted not to, I was only waiting to see if you were going to fight the Fanatic to start my stream. Because yeah, I usually just start my stream right after work. So I actually lost my Ancestor Scroll in the Farmstead, and then apparently if you lose a trinket in the Farmstead, like an ancestral trinket from the Shambler, and you fight the Shambler, you don't get it back, like when you sell the item. I actually have to force a spawn on Shrieker and get my Ancestor Scroll back. It's a pretty good schedule, Ash. It's good to be consistent. Alright, I have to toss out some potential trinkets now. Oh, you were, Ash? Oh shit. The only thing is, I according to the wiki, the Shrieker is guaranteed to spawn if you lose 8 trinkets. I've never confirmed that for myself, but I hope to God that's how it works here. I really, really hope they're not wrong about that, because otherwise I'm kind of screwed. So I'm going to take some trinkets I'm not going to miss too badly. I think the head item should also... I researched this, but apparently the boss trophies you do not get back from the Shrieker won't count towards those 8 items. But I have to assume that the head trinkets will come back, so I can afford to take a risk on these, I think. I need to feed 6 trinkets, because I already lost 2 trinkets. It was the Ancestor Scroll and the Sun Cloak, so I had to have 3 characters losing the farmstead here. So, just trying to see what trinkets I'm comfortable risking. Probably Steady Bracer. Where are all my sun trinkets here? Yeah, I'll get as far as I can, because might as well get more shards if I have the option. But then, yeah, I will allow 3 people to become lost in time and space. I guess I don't care about Bright Tambourine after this either. Legendary Bracer, don't care about that item. I have to be careful not to let 4 people die though, because then I would not guarantee getting the scroll. No, not this. What am I doing? I don't mind losing heavy boots. Let's take a look from the top. Sculptor's tools, I should just sell this now. Commander's orders, should sell this. 15 stress healing received? What the hell? Yes, I did like the Hag Party. Yes, I did buy the Bank Ash. That was the first district I bought. And, I mean, imagine this. I bought the bank around week 30, I want to say. I keep it on my spreadsheet. I have some notes here. I bought the bank around week 21. Okay. And I've calculated how much gold the bank gets me each week. So since week 21, I've gotten 300k gold from the bank as of this week. Despite getting 300k gold from the bank and taking Antiquarian out with on every possible week I could, if I wasn't doing a boss mission or a nightmare mission, I took Antiquarian out every single week. Got 300k gold from the bank, and I'm still at this level of gold, which is how I don't quite understand how people operate without the bank. It's like, definitely, maybe it's a crutch for my gameplay style, but I don't know how you're able to keep up without the bank. Like, I'm making 500, 700, 8,000 gold a week, and it's still not enough, man. To be fair, I got the bank a lot later than I usually would, because I opted to get the level 2 upgrade in the guild before getting the bank, in order to fight the Fnatic a bit better. I was never able to get to like break 200k like I normally try to. I usually try to break to 300k and then I'm pretty much set, but you know, it's not like I couldn't afford everything I needed, but still. Yeah, and champion, like I was saying this yesterday, to upgrade a character to champion, I think you're easily spending 60k, 70k per hero to get them to champion level. That includes locking in quirks, getting all the armor, the skills, locking off bad quirks, easily like 60, 70,000 gold each. So without the bank, it's just like, I don't know. And because I already have a lot of people locked in at level 5 now with all their upgrades, I should hopefully be spending a lot less gold in the future. But yeah, gold is definitely... Bank is definitely one of my crutches for my playstyle. I think I buy more supplies than you, on average, as far as bandages and antivenoms too. And I probably don't farm the dungeon as much afterward. I think there are definitely some things to your playstyle that allow you to a bit more gold than me. I also don't dismiss heroes as easily, so... You have 2 antis. Might pray to fortify mission in a row, yeah. I mean, like I said, I get the bank, and I take Antiquarians out every week, and I still, you know, am not set for life, so... It's just... really hard for me to imagine a world without the bank. Alright, I think this is the time to start trying to spawn the Shrieker. It's now or never. I would love to go into the Countess fight right now, but I just think that because my only man arms has Phangophobia, it just doesn't make enough sense to do that. Oh yeah. You only did 3 missions with anti total? That's crazy. I mean, that's probably why I also have a lot more attempts than you. Like, I'll do anti-quests starting from week 3 and 4. Like, I will literally take antis to the first few short quests that you're guaranteed to have to do. And then I'll try to push my luck. Just like, I'll try to push for good luck very early game. And part of that includes abusing Antiquarian's early game. Because you do have Dismas early game. You have a Repose combo with Antiquarian's Guard. And I do feel like it's pretty fair to go for it in the first 15 weeks or so as well. Yeah, we have very different play styles when it comes to Antiquarian, and to be fair, I don't knock you for that. I mean, you have, otherwise you'd have a lot more attempts on you like I do. I definitely play a lot riskier early game with Antiquarians in the bank, but I think it improves the overall health of the later half of the run, because I think you're investing less time in the early game. I think it makes more sense to play a riskier strategy. Since everything is static during the endless harvest, I don't need to put anyone in the facilities right now. I can just wait until these guys come back. And do I have a team ready for the Shrieker? It's going to be Houndmaster, who has anemic unfortunately, Highwayman, Arbalist. Where's my Arbalist? We have a healthy Arbalist, a Cultist. Where's my Cultist? What the hell? Oh, crap. My Cultist is not ready to take on the Shrieker. Well, but then again, the Shrieker does stay on the map until it's cleared. Okay, never mind. We're good. I do not enjoy early games. I try to get out of it ASAP. Fair enough. What buildings you got? So I rushed the bank, then I got the granary, then I rushed the training ring, and I think I just bought the Jester's performance hall. So I got those 4. Those tend to be like my preferred order. Oh no, I actually got the Outsider's bonfire too, crazily enough. So I got the bonfire, and I'm probably only gonna go for the, like, I'm building towards the Altar of Light next, and then I'm pretty much set for all the districts I really want. There might be like another one I want. Sometimes I get Puppet Theater towards the end of the game, and I was thinking maybe I might try the Athenium this campaign, but maybe not. We only have like a dozen or 2 weeks left, so. How are you looking? Compulsive, musical, Warrior of Light, Zoophobia. Okay, we're fine. All levels of Torchlight plus, yeah, so it's only going to be the first level, right? Plus 1% crit, plus 5 dodge, 2.5 scouting, and some surprise chance. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I could see an argument to maybe get that over the Outsider's bonfire if I'm thinking about it. Instead of the conditional 2 respite points, yeah, that could be more consistent overall, I guess. The 1% crit is, yeah, it could make a difference sometimes. 2.5 scouting chance, it, like, all of those benefits are kind of like, yeah, they could make a difference in the success for your run, they might not. It's really hard to say. Definitely help, but all those numbers are very, very tiny, right? So that's like the main thing in my head. Like, all the numbers are a little bit too tiny for me to get excited about, but I can definitely understand it though. In fact, if I could go back, I might have tried camp over bonfire. I might not have given it enough thought. So I think that's fair to try. I might go for it on another campaign if I fail this one, which hopefully is not going to happen. Okay, I gotta lock in here. Let's see. Don't care if I lose any of these. I have a solid game plan, right? Okay. I don't need to put anyone in any facilities. I don't need to do the Shrieker next week, I just unlock her. Hello, Quais. Yeah, I don't have the Houndmaster trinket for minus surprise chance. And plus, I thought you said you needed the Houndmaster trinket and the Ancestral trinket for 0 surprise chance, right? Does the Cartographer's camp really contribute towards that or not? I don't think you can reach 0 surprise chance with just the Cartographer's camp, can you? So, Endless Harvest is also a good way to get gold, I guess. I might as well, yeah, try to go as far as I can again, which probably is not going to be that far because these trinkets and these corks are kind of crap. Yeah, I'm not going to bring any scales. I might bring 7 more food. It's only like 500 gold. Keys. Hello, Quazis. Yes, the wind's still going strong. And hello, Giraffe. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, with the camp skills, minus 20%. Do you need the extra, what is it, 5% chance from the Carver's camp then? I don't know how that maths out. It could be really helpful if I'm taking someone weak to surprise, like Leper. I would really appreciate not having surprise chance. Okay, I'm not being stupid here, right? Yeah. This is gonna be good. Got our trinkets. We don't have to worry about buildings because the week is gonna stay the same. The Shrieker event stays. Gotta verify that. So when you lose 8 trinkets, the Shrieker will appear on the map. An event will stay on the map until you clear it. So I have time to stress heal my occultist for that fight. So this should be the perfect gamer decision for this week. The optimal plan. Okay. Gotta get this out of the way. Got everything I need. Okay. Enough dilly-dallying. Let's get to it.
The poor miller.
So base surprise chance is 40%. You get minus 20 from the camp skills, and then what does the Houndmaster trinket get you? Minus 15 then?
Has taken his humanity. My only regret is that I did not
but then again, do you really want to trade like? Well, I guess the district doesn't really cost you anything. Yeah. I mean, the 2 extra respite points is basically just like minus 15 stress a lot of the times. Do you want guaranteed minus 15 stress or like minus 5%? Yeah, it's very debatable. I don't think it's a cut and dry either way, but it's definitely something I would consider trying next campaign. Thank you, Banatron. As always, I will probably need the luck.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Yeah, but again, you also don't know what you would have gotten if you didn't get that right, because you're getting a lot better loot just from champion dungeons anyway. Like, how can you say for sure how much you're actually getting from it compared to without it, you know? And does it actually give you better... Is it on the wiki? Hold on, what did you paste again? It just says plus loot. Like, is it actually... Do you actually get 1 extra roll every fight? Is that how it works? How can you know that?
Destroyed.
Because that does sound pretty big if it's 1 extra loot roll.
Masterfully executed.
With Torchless, you have 75% chance for an extra roll. With Camp, you get 100%. Okay. Yeah, I think you're changing my mind then. Yeah. Like, I have never gotten the Cartographer's Camp once in my entire life, of like the dozen times I've cleared this game. So, definitely worth keeping an open mind there. You still learn stuff, like every campaign. It's crazy. Yeah, Name has some good knowledge. It's nice to have someone that can get into the game files to check on stuff like that. What did you tell me, Giraffe? Yeah, I think Ash. Out of all the differences in our playstyles, I think what I respect most about you is your creativity and flexibility when it comes to trying like radical team comps like that. I am much more of like a straightforward kind of strategist. I definitely pick up on stuff like that too. Like I might want to try your hag strategy, even though trying it for the first time in Champion might be a bit much for me. Still something I'm considering.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
I am curious how you're gonna do on the veteran prophet fight though. Although in the past I've always felt comfortable taking the like Arbalist, Occultist, Leper strategy, it didn't seem to work out as well on my last attempt, so I'm kind of rethinking maybe a Man-at-Arms Guard dodge strat, but I'm not too sure right now. Still thinking about it. And then for the hag fight, I'm waiting for a plus damage EXP event, or plus damage, yeah, event before I do the hag. I got it once already, but then unfortunately the thing from the stars kind of cucked me that week. So far, last night I did the champion Siren, and now I'm waiting for some plus damage events to do the last champion bosses. Killed a lot of prophets with Arb Houndmaster called Slepper. Man-Arms Houndmaster Guard stat fucked me up a couple times. Yeah, same. Like, because the Prophet can target 2 people at once, like, I don't like the Man-Arms strategy as much as I did when I was a beginner/intermediate. But I feel like I was not able to debuff the Prophet as well as I, like, expected. I feel like the trap might be, like, on round 1, you debuff with Leper and Occultist, and then he still hits kinda hard, and you might be baited into healing somebody with Occultist. When I think maybe what you have to do is just trust the strategy and debuff every single turn with Occultist and Man-at-Arms, and then alternate debuffing and healing with Arbalist. That might be the better strategy. I just feel like skipping a debuff turn with Occultist might be a big trap. I don't think Leper debuff is enough, Giraffe. Like, on my veteran attempt, I was debuffing him every single turn with Leper, even critting him sometimes, but he was still able to hit for like 10, 14 damage on occasion. I think you just have to go all in on debuffing with both characters, is my theory.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Which is why, and that's why, Ash, I'm thinking of replacing Arbalist with Vestal, you know? Because just like, yeah, he could crit you with his Blight or his Stun or something, but I'd rather have someone with a more reliable heal that can kind of get me through that initial damage, and plus, Vestal has a stun for the walk to the Prophet, whereas Arbalist does not, so maybe it's just strictly worse. I don't know. That's something that I've been mulling over in my head. I did without Arbalist and it wasn't that good.
Corrupted curiosities.
Yeah, but again, that's still relying on a bit of luck then, though. Because dodge is always going to be less consistent than just reliable healing from Vestal, I feel like. Like, yeah, you could dodge his attack, but you could also just heal off the 10 to 15 damage on the initial. I don't know. This team is actually killing it. These crappy mercenaries with crappy trinkets are doing like a half-decent job.
A decisive pummeling.
And I'm kind of autopiloting while talking here too, which I probably wouldn't do if this farm submission actually mattered, but I expect to be here for a good while. Maybe, my prediction is about 150 kills or so before I'll send it. Crit stunning Occultist Leper sucks. Yeah, it does, which is the main reason why I'm considering sticking with Arbalist is the stress. Arbalist also has a little bit of built-in stress heal, whereas Vessel does not, of course.
A devastating blow.
That's why I like Plague Doctor more than Houndmaster too. I feel like even though Houndmaster has some stress healing, the fact that Plague Doctor can stun the backline and blight, I feel I have a bit more value in her over Houndmaster, who I seldom take in the ruins just because the bleed doesn't do anything. That's another slight difference in our preferences I've observed. What is this? Did he crit that ability or something? How can that do 20 blight without a crit? Unless I wasn't paying attention or something.
Inspiration and improvement. Impressive.
Yeah, that's the difference in our playstyles too.
And power.
I seldom run, like, the only stress healers on my entire roster are 2 Crusaders, 1 Jester, and 1 Houndmaster. That's one of the reasons maybe why you have a better time with gold management is you stress heal a lot more. You stall more at the end of a dungeon, rack up more loot, and end with less stress. I just tend to... I don't like using stress healers as much except for long dungeons, in which case I prefer to have one, but otherwise a Plague Doctor is healing a lot of stress too, you know, just stunning the backline before they get a chance to roll. It's really hard to fit a stress healer and a Plague Doctor on a team. I feel like Plague Doctor is good enough to merit like a stress healing slot almost.
Well struck.
I rely on heavy camp stress skills like Hellion. For me, it's either PD or Arbalest. PD fights for 4th position. Yeah, I do know you use a lot of Houndmasters on your roster, and usually I have at least like 3 or so. But on my last 2 successful campaigns that went on relatively long, I did not like recruit any good Houndmasters at all with any good quirks whatsoever. Which is what happened this time. Alright. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Ash. Thanks for the raid. Happy to see your run is doing good. Good luck to your run tomorrow. Have yourself a good night.
Singular strike.
Alright guys, just kind of boring farmstead stuff for the time being. Sorry to say, but it had to be done at some point to get my trinkets back. Let's get this out of the way on a week that makes sense for us. In case you were aware, I still am a little bit sick, so my voice is going to be a little bit more nasally than usual, and I will be taking it a little bit more easy. Let's see. I should get off autopilot now. Kind of just not really thinking about my plays here. 12 to 19. I kind of want to go for a big Impale here, but Impale usually screws me over when it comes to the crystal.
Another one falls.
Okay, so next up is the wave of normal enemies. So, okay, let's get these off, I guess. Even though it kind of sucks to do that this early. We still have 3 rounds on this. This is fine. I'm gonna hold off. Okay, for normal waves, I like to use Puncture. Serpent Sway too. I mean, nah, we're good.
A cosmic dreamscape. A waking nightmare.
Really? Damn, that stresses. Went from 0 to 60 in like a hot second. I just know she's gonna get skull tossed here, so I'm gonna preemptively give her the stress reduction buff. Oh, see, look at that. What did I say? What did I say? She's taking less stress from that now because of the inspiring tune. This pig should die first. It's easier to kill. This pig has less stun chance, and I would rather not get stunned by him. Hopefully she just runs. That's fine. Hopefully she can kill here. Okay, perfect. Okay, that was not ideal for me, obviously. If this was any other run, I'd probably put a holy water on him here, but I just don't care enough for that.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory. A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Fuck. And Pale is so annoying sometimes. At least I can get double heal from the crystals here.
Back to the pit.
It's pretty big. I'd rather keep him alive and block something worse from spawning in this place right now. This worm is pretty threatening. They both have the same prot. Let's try to whittle them down around the same pace. It's a 50% chance. Good.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
This mark really sucks with Tentacle Devourer. That's the reason why I usually try to take Serpent Sway for the regular mob fights, but I also kind of want to save it for the later half of the next meter, because then I get to save it for the Miller as well. I don't think the Serpent Sway resets after this meter. Good. So now the mark falls off before he has a chance to take his turn. So I'm going to focus the piglet now. And Pale has a good chance of killing Witcher 40%. But then Highwayman's not in position to riposte next turn. Should be okay.
The slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving. Mortality clarified in
that
a
was
single
quick.
strike.
Yeah, he really doesn't even need a mark, does he? Draft, what's my farm record? I think it's like, it's over 300. I have some screenshots in my folders here. Back before I started streaming would have been my record. I can just search farms into my screenshots. Personal record. I can't see it right now. It was, I would say it was just around 300. I'm not gonna pump heal into him because he might just get to Death's Door again anyway, so this heals everyone up at the same time and heals him off Death's Door. Yeah, it's better than the long run. Minus 10 crit, fine. I wasn't paying attention to the meter there.
A place of refuge, if only for a fleeting moment.
You get so much food in the farms that I don't really care about saving it. I might consider, yeah, Serpent Sway now based on how that last round went. I'm not going for any achievements in this game. Any achievements I get are purely coincidental or tangential to my actual goals, which is just getting as much resources out of the farms as possible. Even though I would like to stress heal, the Battle Ballad does heal quite a lot of stress from just crits and kills in general. That sucks. So, I didn't realize this was going to be a farmstead wave. I should have known, but I failed to realize that. Otherwise, I could have taken different skills. Not that it matters that much. I want to prevent them scrambling my team, but looks like I'm not going to have that chance. At least I have Impale, or Puncture for the rank 4 here.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade.
Hopefully that kills this crystal, otherwise I have no way to actually target it. That's a little bit awkward. 5 to 10 damage. On average, I'm not killing this thing, unfortunately. I could just move up 2 and try to snipe it with Vestal. That might actually be more damage than Puncture would do. Because this is minus 25 on 8 to 16, so that'd be like 6 to 12. That's a better chance, yeah. Nice. You did consider 100% achievements, and then they had the Butcher Circus. Yeah, I don't... yeah, the Butcher Circus, although I did enjoy it for some time, I definitely see how it makes a lot of people, annoyed when it comes to getting achievements. But then you go online and people are just like, oh, you can just get the Butcher's Circus achievements by doing this and this with the game files or something. And to me, it's just like, why are you even going for achievements in the first place then, man? You're just gonna cheat the achievements. For some games, I feel like getting all achievements kind of makes sense. I was trying to do that in Hollow Knight a couple years back, which I don't think I actually did it. But, grinding Butcher's Circus, yeah, it just does not sound like a fun time, especially if you don't enjoy that mode. Like, I enjoy Butcher's Circus, but even then, I still wouldn't want to go for the achievement.
A death by inches.
Yeah, what game would that be, Giraffe? Curious.
Battle behind, battle ahead. But for a moment, peace.
Give the dodge buff to whoever has more dodge, which is going to be the Highwayman. Give the crit. Then again, maybe I'll try the other way this time. Because Highwayman gets more attacks total with Riposte, the 8 crit might actually be more impactful on him. And I put Bless on Shieldbreaker instead. Alright, should be a normal enemy wave coming up here, so... And then it's the Miller, so I'm good here. Hey there, Mika. Welcome back to the stream.
An open door.
The only one I'm sure of is Transistors, the one from people who made Hades. I have not heard of that game. I have heard of Hades. One of my friends actually gifted me that game, and ungrateful as I am, I haven't actually had the chance to play it yet because I've been so addicted to Darkest Dungeons. That was like the wimpiest rend I've seen my whole life. Wow. This Dazzling Charm may actually make things a lot easier for me than in the past when I just had like double healing trinkets on. Seems like sunning things in the farms is always a hit or miss. So stress healing is really nice when Splendorous is up. But then again, I guess I'll just do it. Bright Tambourine too. Probably really makes a difference.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
I'm actually not going to kill the dog because I don't want to get him to replaced by another 2-size enemy. Yeah, this makes things a little bit easier for me. Good resist.
Monster's size has has no intrinsic merit, unless
Okay, so this is a
inordinate
crystal round.
sanctification be considered a virtue.
Nice and easy with just the dog. I might actually want to let this dog live, so I'm going to try to be more conscientious with how I kill enemies. I'm going to lower his speed with puncture. Perfect. And we're going to let him live so he's not replaced with like a more annoying enemy. Pistol shot has a higher crit chance. Okay, so this is a very easy fight here. Potentially replaced a lot more threatening enemy with that dog. Everyone's pretty good on stress, honestly. Don't really care about Bone Rabble. Vestal is but a shadow of her former self in DD2. Yeah. I have not played much Vestal in DD2. I only played her like a couple times during the Kingdoms, defending Kingdoms and stuff. It's really hard to like the game does not give you very many hints on how to play Vestal with her tokens and stuff. Like, it's not very straightforward to me how that all worked, so I never really played her to her full potential, but yeah, she does seem a little bit more awkward to play. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe she takes more skill in that sense, but it definitely is very different. Okay, again, we're gonna keep this Bone Rabble around to prevent a
Great is the
more
weapon
threatening
that
enemy from
cuts on its
spawning.
own.
Stun the one in the front line because he uses stumbling. The one in the back uses stumbling scratch, which is not threatening. Kind of want to pull her forward almost. No, I just hit her.
Slowly, gently.
Oh,
This
nice
is
dodge.
how a life is taken.
Oh shoot! You know what I could have done is used Endless Harvest to level up my level 5 Bounty Hunter. That's fine. I was thinking there might have been something I was missing about this decision, but it's fine. I can just bring him into a champion dungeon.
The flesh is knit. A closer look.
Miller time. The lockets. I want the speed on Shieldbreaker because sometimes she needs to puncture, and that means she needs to go first in order to break the guard. Otherwise, everyone else kind of can't do anything.
Anchored on solid ground once more.
Hit the highwayman, not these two.
blistering fear consumes the mind.
Let's say 150, 60% chance to stun this thing. I guess it's more consistent just to heal.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Hell yes, man. Thank you, tracking shot. Probably not even the finale, to be honest. It's a big orange number. Fight's done, I guess.
The abyss returns even the boldest gaze.
Nice dodge. Uh, 12 stress is like... It's not that much.
Safe from the comet's maddening light. For now.
So I'm just gonna toss out the locket again. I just realized that this campaign, but if you toss the locket, the Mildred will just keep giving it back to you right before you fight the Millers, so it's like clearly the ideal strategy. Unless you want to use this and you have no good trinkets, but it's basically just 3 speed. 40 blight resist is, you know, by this time you have better trinkets than that. So I'm not really worried about food. I'll use a little bit more here. If I check my spreadsheet, what comes after the Miller? It goes Farmstead, Formstead, normal, normal, Farmstead, normal, Miller, normal, Farmstead. Okay. I'm gonna trust my notes here and assume it's another normal wave. In which case I keep on Serpent Sway. Yeah, okay, normal wave.
An encounter from the past.
No, it's always the Miller right after. I mean, it's always the sleeper right after the Miller, then it's random bosses. It sucks that they don't bleed or anything. Might as well just buff then. I'm never really sure, like, sometimes I see when you kill these guys, they turn into crystals, and sometimes this guy resurrects them, so I'm not quite sure what's going to happen here, but I do want to get my riposte up. I do want to kind of pull you forward too. And next turn we'll start. Oh, that sucks. Really? Move resist? Okay, let's see what happens to this pile of bones here. Okay, so he does resurrected, at least on this wave. So maybe if I kill him on the crystal wave, he gets replaced by an enemy before he resurrects. Not quite sure. But it's fine. Like, because it's endless harvest anyway, it doesn't really matter if they get resurrected. They just go towards your kill count anyway. So I'm not super concerned about it. The damage buffs are the only part that's kind of annoying about the Bone Bearer. Yeah, this guy is really pumped up. 40 accuracy. It's like 65 extra damage. I mean, that didn't hit for much, but if he crit, man, oof. I kind of want to just kill you now. And I have to stun this thing. Okay, it's still not that bad. Yeah. After the sleeper, it's randomized bosses. And I think, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but based on my notes that I took last time, like trying to see the order of the waves. I think the waves of regular enemies versus farmstead enemies is completely randomized. I used to think there was some kind of pattern, but now I just think it's completely random after the sleeper. Up until the sleeper, I think it's fixed, but after the sleeper, it's random. I would love to hit this. Good. That means I can pull this guy forward with Shield Breaker.
but never hidden.
And he's stuck doing suboptimal moves. Kind of want to kill the maggot, but it's not even guaranteed. Whereas with the Bone Sergeant, it is. Nice. This guy's freaking annoying. I think I don't care about point blank shot as much as his stress moves, actually. Although I could guarantee he doesn't use point blank if I pull the bone shield wall up. Or I could put up the guard for point blank, but I don't want to waste it here. Because I know there's another normal wave coming up right before the sleeper, and that's what I kind of want to save it for. Let's try to focus this guy down. Yeah, I want to avoid point blank if possible. It's not that, like, this guy is so much more threatening in Torchless. I feel like it's 10 to 15 stress each, as opposed to 4 to 5, we just saw. Since these guys are focusing damage on him anyway, if we just battle, we'll need to slice him here. It's not quite dead. You get crystals, you get gold, depending on how many things you killed. You get trinkets. There's a fair bit to be gotten in the farmstead. You can level up level 5 heroes if you want. Nice, that closes out the round, the wave.
Resupply and recover. But
Okay, let me check my notes again. So it should be sleep. Wait. Miller, normal, farmstead, normal. Okay, normal wave next. Wait, no, farmstead wave next. That's what I mean. So we'll take Kiss and Pale, Expose for the horses.
Rejoice at the familiar sight.
Yeah, and then the other most important thing to use shards for is the districts. There's some very good districts that use 100 shards each, or 99 each to be more specific. Wanted to attack this guy while he was stunned, but it's okay. I'm surprised he rolled first. I usually don't bother hitting the guy riposte. He usually suicides himself until I can kill him in one hit.
How quickly the tide turns.
Of course, he does hit you for a little bit harder. I'm not gonna... I'm never gonna fuck around with Impale again, trying to get lucky in these crystals. Once you Impale, Highwayman can't shoot one of these things anymore, and Impale, I just get really unlucky with the rolls. So we're just gonna play it nice and easy here. Alright, so this could be the end of the wave. Yeah, I just gotta kill the crystal now. Let's get the HP up. Get our ballad going for the next wave. This, and we're out. Very nice.
The instruments pause, but the symphony will soon continue.
Okay, so for this one we'll take Serpent Sway and Puncture. Only remember about 3 districts. The car camp, because I use and I like, the bank, and the Red Hook. Who here has ever built the Red Hook? I'm curious. Never even come close to that district. Wow, I couldn't one-shot the snail? That's a first. That works. Can I expose you? Nope. I guess. Oh, I actually get to go first. Sweet. That's what expose is for. This exact scenario. When she's somehow out of rank 4 and still stealth, and you go faster than her. I kind of want to kill these guys both slowly. If I kill him now, then like another crab might spawn in his place. I'll kill them both slowly. This one has lower stun resist. maybe I should stop trying to go for a bleed on this guy. Yeah, I had more battle ballots stacked up in the previous fight, so I had more speed than I normally would. Normally I only stack 1 or 2 stacks of battle ballad. It's expiring this round. I gotta focus this thing down, it's kind of threatening. Even got to go first. I still have a round of battle ballads, so it's kind of interesting. But it sucks to get... Well, I guess he already had the Death Door recovery, so... Of all people that hit Death Door, he was the better option. Okay, he's dead. I do want to try to minimize my stress board with a sleeper. That's a lot of bleed. Oof. Here's where I might want to sway. Yeah, I'll save 1 sway for the Miller. That's why I save the bandage.
Perched at the very precipice of
It's got
oblivion.
minus healing received. 2 stacks, in fact. Damn it. Whatever. That's what the bandages are for. It's mainly... Sea Savage? Wait, what? What is this called? Uka Savage. Oh yeah, it's Uka Crab, Uka Savage. Interesting. Kinda wanna kill Uka Savage, I guess. But he's very bleed resistant, so there's probably no point in doing that. Nope, that's what the Serpent Sway's for. Yeah, I've heard people call it Uka Crab. I guess never really paid attention to the name. Okay, so I don't know if I can kill the crab this wave. Maybe I want to purposely delay things a little bit.
And now the true
Oh, now
test
she hit Death's Door.
holds fast.
Oh, it already happened,
Expire.
but still, it's not great. The debuffs.
Sedated.
Those bleeds, man. Okay, so next round is a sleeper. I was hoping that... Please let me expose. Oh, come on. Okay, good. I don't care then.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle. A hand's breadth from becoming unwound. The instruments pause, but the symphony will soon continue.
I dislike the Sleeper's first phase, even. It's pretty annoying having to manage the crystals. There's an argument to use Sanctuary here, but it would only be for the healing. I could just eat food, I think. I'll do the same strat as before. But for the Sleeper, I actually want to consider Snake Eyes. It gives both Highwayman and Jester a little bit more penetration. Like Finale and Riposte and all that. Off we go.
Witness the wondrous fury of the stars.
Nice. Maybe I can rush him down before any of the crystals have a chance to, oh, but... Can I stun this thing? It's so funny. Okay, maybe I try to rush him down now. Oh no, he's... What is this? He's guarded by a... This does not make sense. Okay, that's a bug. You cannot be guarded by something that's stunned. He did not think it through. It's not fair. Does stunning this do anything? Wait. This can be stunned, but these can't? Like, they're baiting you into their glitch, man. Like, they're literally baiting you. It's like, oh, when you stun a guard, people person that guards, usually the guard breaks, but they gave this one the bad stun resist just to bait you into their game developer trap. That's kind of obnoxious. Nice, okay. Suicide himself. I know that if I get... Okay, there we go. Nice, that's 25 points of blight right there. Big orange number. That's with the snake skin, by the way. That's why we do snake skin. Or snake eyes, I mean. Snake eyes again. Not possible to hit an orange number that big without it. That's what I mean, like, I think it's really, really hard to die to the Sleeper because he can blight you to death's door, but he only has one action a turn, right? And if you have even one stack of speed from Battle Ballad, then Vestal is always outspeeding the Sleeper, so she's always going to heal people off death's door before he has a chance to death blow. So I feel like it's very hard to die against the Sleeper, but that's just from a theoretical point of view. I can't remember the last time I did die to Sleeper, although Ash did tell me he did die to him with a similar comp, so I'm not sure how that would have happened. Okay, I can get ready for finale soon. Finale it turned out. So I saved my... A lot of them is super important for the farm set, specifically for the Sleeper. Once he's done stacking all this horror on you, like right before you kill him, you can heal all this off.
It will live again in another time, another place.
Now I can just hit Serpent Sway for the speed buff on the next wave since it's being refreshed anyway. I wish this was like a Signet Ring or like the melee crit damage item. It's alright, I'll take it. You don't bring laudanums with you? Fair enough. Maybe you just can't afford the gold. Okay, let me check my notes. After the Sleeper, I said it was a Farmstead wave. Let's see if that's true. Kinda curious. I do not have the gun, no. I have the musket ball, not the gun. So this is a Farmstead wave, okay. You guys are really outspeeding me here. Maybe Battle Bed fell off completely already. That must be the case. But yeah, the farms is also a very good way to farm the Ancestors Trinkets, which I tend not to get as much because I'm very hesitant to do unnecessary champion dungeons, which is where you would usually get these, like at the end of a long champion dungeon. Basically, whatever I get from the farm set is what I take with me to the end game. Because I don't want to risk it otherwise. When the stress is always about even, I just hit Battle Ballad because I just naturally heal off stress from getting crits and stuff. Might try to go for a puncture here, or impale. But then Highwayman can't really hit anything. Maybe Expose makes more sense here. That's kind of why I brought the ability. Yeah, that worked out perfectly. More than perfectly. So it turns out the Sleeper didn't put any Blight on this at all, which is kind of crazy. Usually I have to heal off like a couple rounds of Blight. He only used his other ability, I guess, or I just resisted everything with my upgraded Holy Waters, which would also make sense. Okay, so according to my notes, next is going to be, after Sleeper, it's Farmstead, Normal, Normal, and I got the Shambler last time, so I expect 2 more normal waves coming up. Let's see if it's fixed, actually. Let's see if it follows the exact same formula as my last Endless run. Alright, BRB, I gotta get a bathroom and drink break here.
Existence folds in on itself.
Same stun chance on these two.
Diminished.
Alright, this could be the end. This could be where I just, guess not. I think I actually want to leave this living so it's not replaced with something scarier. Let's try to kill these two around at the same time. But it may be a little bit safer to kill this. Hey there, first time chatter. Good source, thank you, I will need the luck. Alright, we're gonna save our laudanums from they stack multiple horrors on this. Interestingly enough, I forgot that the district for laudanums actually gives you a stress, like something crazy, like a -50 stress reduction buff when you pop laudanum. You can only pop laudanum when you have horror, in case you didn't know. And then with the district, it gives you, I don't know how many rounds it lasts, but it's a huge reduction in stress. It's never really come up before, but maybe we'll see it here if they hit multiple rounds of horror on this. It's a shame that Jester couldn't stick even one bleed on this thing. Oh, and they're low. Okay, at least I stunned. If I didn't stun, that would have been horrible. Oof. Okay, resist the stun though. Okay, here we go. Well, now it's just one round of horror again anyway. Since you two are the most stressed, I guess I'll just pop it anyway. So it's a minus 40% stress buff for 3 rounds. It's pretty good. Oh. Okay, guess I shouldn't have popped that so early. And again, she is taking less stress because of that now. You know what? Why don't I just get these out of my inventory to make space for like loot or something? I want to get this pig to the front so that I can kill it with Highwayman and also get him out of position to only use Stumbling Scratch. Huh, okay.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Oh, really? He dodged that? That's crazy, man. This guy's pretty threatening. Try to stun him so that at least if we get Death's Door from him, then this one will finish us off. Should be decently safe here. Hopefully he goes first and uses Trot Retreat. No, his speed is a little bit too slow. It's okay. Oh, another ghoul. And he's going to use Boar Rush again. It sucks. And I have to kill one of these guys before I can get to the next round. Oh, what a... Oh, that's good. That was huge for me. Hopefully he uses Trot Retreat now. So let's focus down the guy that gives us stress. And we have a 60% chance to stun. I think it's worth going for. 70, 80% chance with a crit. Good. He opts not to use Trident Retreat, but it works out even better for us. Okay, perfect. So it's next round, then we have Battle Ballad up. He just had to get one last crit in. Oh wait, we have the crystals too, okay. Whoops.
In time and space.
So according to my notes last time, this next one should be a normal wave again. Sleeper, Farmstead, normal, Shambler, okay. Kinda actually running low on food now, unfortunately. We really need a whatchamacallit, one of the locked chests.
You tread beyond the reach of reality.
So it's splendorous now. I think we risked the point blank. I'm kind of more worried about the... Hopefully he just point blanks us and doesn't crit. His stress skills are actually more threatening to us right now.
Ringing ears, blurred vision. The end.
Good, let's see. That's ideal. Only 7 damage on a point blank is kind of nuts. Ouch.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered
Good dodge.
pitch of battle.
Oof. Ah, gotta take out the ghoul. Good. Okay, it's dead. Let's get Serpent Sway up, why not? We'll save one for the boss. Small chance of stun. Cool. Spiders. Nice job. Not nice. Nice. Come on, man. Go for your other move once in a while. How do I always fail to pull him on the first try? It's so weird. His move resist is not that high. Kind of expected that to crit. See you, Giraffe. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in as always. Okay, so Crystal is coming. Must be at the end of this round, so let's get battle up. Nice. Nice. Perfect.
The instruments pause, but the symphony will soon continue.
I'm like, where are those curios when you need the heal? They're usually there when you don't need them. But in this case, I did need it. Usually I take Slice off for the random bosses, but I feel like I've noticed Harvest seems to be better a lot of times. Like against the Shambler, Harvest is better. I don't know. Maybe I'll just stick with Inspiring Tune though. Let me try Harvest one time and see how I feel. This is actually a really good team for the Brigand Pounder.
Open door, spots, and times unknown.
I kind of wish I even had Inspiring Tune though.
A marvel of technology, an engine of destruction.
This is pretty much the team I would just take against this boss anyway. Besides Jester, I wouldn't take Jester, but still. It's good enough. Harvest actually allows me to hit the stealth guy here. Once the Brigand Powder's down to summon like one thing every turn, it's kind of like he can no longer outpace your damage. So it's not a bad strategy to kill all the summons first, because then sometimes he'll only summon the Matchman with nothing else, and then you're just kind of chilling. Because I have Jester instead of something better, I am lacking like something good to hit the Pounder. I can get a nice, well, let's see. I can get a nice point blank in here though. That's a big number. Does he still have the Prot Shred? No, he doesn't. Goal on the Pounder this turn.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never.
Yeah, I wish I brought Battle Bell in though. Just because of how little pressure this boss actually exerts on me. Sometimes doesn't summon anything. getting decently far for a team that is just random bad shard mercenaries and bad trinkets. Yeah, Harvest actually worked out in this one better than Slice Off would have. It's dead this turn if I want it to be. Yeah, which I do.
Twisted metal, splintered.
And then we can use Serpent Sway to get a little bit of speed buff for the next wave. Focus Ring? Oh, the pumpkin is huge here. The pumpkin is almost always welcome. That's like a full reset. It's much harder to heal stress than this HP. Okay, so according to my notes, after the boss, it's normal farmstead. No, actually I didn't complete the notes here. Let's see. Let's assume it's normal. And Focus Ring is quite good, but the whole point is I kind of want to lose bad trinkets. Yeah, I should just be ready to end this at any time.
You tread beyond the reach of reality.
There's no point in getting them back in position until these groupers are dead, because they just pull me back. And now they're back into the range to pull me. Alright, this could be the end of this run. This end of this harvest run. She's got a little bit more, too much speed to actually. Oh, what a combo. Gotta kill the ghoul first. Okay, I have one lot of them left. She's gonna get skull tossed here.
Sedated.
Oh, it was him. Okay. Good resist. Good dodge. Let's get back in position now. Ugh,
Vigor is restored.
that sucks. No dodge? Oh, another one. What the hell? Good.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden. The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden. As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness
Oh, shit.
reveal themselves.
Okay. Not that I mind. The goal is to have them lose their trinkets after all, but I'll keep squeezing every resource I can out of this endless run, I guess. I'm gonna hit a wall eventually. Like, I'm running out of resources. It starts ramping up once you get a certain amount of kills. This will not last forever. Oh, I actually landed the bleed on them.
resupply and recover, but be quick.
I'm just gonna save enough food for camp. Okay, so after the boss, it was normal, and now what comes next? We'll see. Normal again. Okay. That's what was missing in my notes. Like I skipped one wave. So after this one, it should be Farmstead again. If I didn't have puncture, I would be worried. Okay. Oh, there's an affliction.
There's no hope in this hell. No hope at all.
That's not good. He hasn't acted out at all. Or at least said anything to the teammates, which is nice. Camp. Instead of camp, I get nothing. Okay. Let's screw it. Let's do this. I don't care if I lose the mustache cream. I should be getting it back with Shrieker anyway. So this next wave should be Farmstead, according to my notes. I do expect not to get like 4 normal waves in a row. This should put a little bit more pressure off me, allow me to heal off the affliction. Cool. Okay, I might as well heal it off, I guess. Okay.
Self-preservation is paramount at any cost. Surgical precision.
You too?
The mind cannot hope to withstand such an assault.
One at a time, I guess. Alright, it's about time for her then, I guess.
Or cowardice.
Not one virtue in 4. Okay.
Our old friend.
Okay. So I gotta decide how I want to do this here. I Let's see, I could just pass turn and let these guys hard attack. Yeah, just let 2 of these guys go and then leave. And that way I don't get... Otherwise, if I complete the round, then I get the trinkets back. I don't want that. So, I should just be good to pass turn until they are done. I don't want 4... I don't want all 4 to go, though. I just want 3. Because that way, there'd be too many trinkets in the pool. So let's let it be these 2. So in that case, I should actually stress the old Jester. Oh, not him. Okay, good. Stop going for him. No! Okay. Suicide? The game gives so many Death's Door checks for free when I don't care about them, and then as soon as I actually need to not die, I just die immediately. I think post week 50, I've only had, in all my runs, even my week 87 run, I've had like 1 Death's Door check, which I didn't die, and then the other 2 Death's Door checks I did die. Very unfortunate. There goes another one.
For the weak or foolhardy.
The cocaine farming is because I lost a trinket, and then I lost one of the ancestral trinkets, which you can only get back from spawning. Oh, this is not good. I don't actually want him to die. Of course, it could just be fine. There's just, if they both go, then there's a small chance that I don't get the trinket I want back from Shrieker, which makes this all kind of pointless. It's actually very unfortunate that they all focused him here. Maybe I can survive one more round. Wow, look at all these Death's Door checks and I don't need them. It's actually insane. Okay, please. There we go. Finally. Now I should be able to escape. Perfect. We did it. I'm at the farmstead because I lost a ancestral scroll in the farmstead, and I cannot get that back unless I lose more trinkets in the farmstead, which will let me spawn the Shrieker. Something I've never had to do before. But I did get a good amount of resources from... I did try to go as far as I could, reasonably. I get a fair amount of resources just from taking crappy shard mercenaries and with bad trinkets. So theoretically, that's 8 trinkets lost now. The Shrieker should spawn, according to the wiki and everyone else I've spoken to.
Our estate was the envy of this land.
There she is. Okay, perfect. I don't have to do her now either. I can take my time and do her whenever I feel like it. Okay, so the plan paid off, as expected. And the hamlet is in stasis this week because of the Endless Harvest. Okay, so for week 75, I took Vestal, Jester, Highwayman, Shieldbreaker. That was Farmstead, Champion, Endless. Successfully lost only 3 heroes, barely, and spawned the Shrieker as planned. Also got 40k gold and shards from... I forgot how many kills I actually got last time. Oh well. Okay, so the plan did work, so I have knowledge in the future. As soon as you lose 8 trinkets, keep in mind that there are not boss trophies or like nightmare rewards. They have to be trinkets that you can actually get back. These trinkets, like the boss trophies and the nightmare rewards, just come back to your inventory if you get rid of them, so those don't count to spawn the Shrieker. And I've heard that if you lose a trinket in the gambling hall or something, that does not count towards the Shrieker spawn either, although I have not verified that myself. And we did get the mustache cream. I think I might actually leave the mustache cream in my inventory. Oh, hold on. Does it not count that I got it? Wait a second. I did get my bright tambourine back. So do I not get any of the trinkets that were in my inventory? That sucks, because now I have a couple... Oh god, I hope that doesn't mean those trinkets get added to the Shrieker pool. I guess they do. I never knew that either. So if you abandon the farmstead in the middle of a quest, then you don't get any of the trinkets that you accumulated through in your inventory that were not equipped. Does that mean I get the memories too? Did I lose the memories too because of that? The memories are here. So why are the trinkets gone but the memories still count? Doesn't make any sense to me. So I really don't have the mustache. Oh wait, no, I equipped the mustache cream. That's why. Okay. Okay, I'm good. I got the focus ring. I swapped off the focus ring for a mustache cream. And there was one other item. Anyway, okay. No, I think, you know, you do get to keep the trinkets you got. I just equipped the mustache cream. That's why I lost it. Whew, okay. That only scared me because that might mean I put too many trinkets in the loophole to guarantee getting the Ancestor's Scroll back. Okay, so now that we've refreshed the quest this week, I think I do want to get this last Warren's quest in. Otherwise, I'm also down to do a champion. I need to knock out some of the last champion nightmares with shield breakers, so this is a good opportunity to do it. Fresh air in the tunnels also allows me to try for the Swine God next week with some increased damage, which would be nice. So if I want to do the shield breaker nightmare, let's see what I would take. Fear of Eldritch is fine in the Warrens. Stress healer ideally would be Crusader, unless he has Fear of Beasts. He does not. He has Manslayer, which is super nice, so we have some stress healing and tankiness here. Oh, we also have a Beast Slayer one with Quick Draw. Okay, that makes a little more sense even. Because the Beast Slayer quirk also works against the snakes in addition to the swine folk. And then I would want a Vestal for this one. Might as well take a Vestal that's not level 6 yet. We can get her to level 6. And then who would fill out this team? I do want to heal a cultist because he needs to be around to do the Shrieker. This Plague Doctor needs some stress healing. Arbalist, Warren's Tactician. I want to keep her healthy for the Swine God next week. So I think a cultist can't even be stress healed. Neither can the Plague Doctor. That's rough. Oh wait. Where's my bounty hunter? I should have a level 5. He's missing? Oh, this would have been perfect to get him to level 6. If I got him to level 6 from this, I could have just dismissed him, but now I don't have that opportunity. That sucks. What options do I even have? Highwayman? Don't really want to do that. Houndmaster, I guess I don't need for the Swine God, so this kind of works. Hellion could also work. Kind of want to keep her around for Wolf, though. Yeah, it is going for... Oh, first of all, Elk, I have to kill the Shrieker as part of my kill all bosses challenge, and then also I specifically spawned the Shrieker to get my Ancestral Scroll back, which I definitely... That's like definitely the second best trinket to have outside the map, and once you get to the final DD levels, it's actually the best trinket, because the map is useless for those, so I definitely want the Ancestor's Scroll back from the Shrieker. And I have to beat her anyway, so... Oh, is it worth going for the nest, specifically? No, because my definition of kill all bosses is that I have to actually kill the Shrieker. I can't reasonably kill both the nest and the Shrieker, so I'm just going to go for the Shrieker, not the nest. So then I have to think about which shield breaker is actually better for this quest. This one has Lurker. These I don't really care about, and the Warrens. The other shield breaker is just good all around. Better versus Eldritch though. Who is better versus... No, I think these make her a little bit safer. Clodra and Hard Skin in the Ruins seems really good. And Robust too for the disease resist. That's kind of perfect. And then next week I can plan on doing, like I said, the Swine King with the bonus damage. Plus if I complete this quest successfully, then I can block Wolf from spawning. Should be nice. Just quick draw charm. Okay, if I take... I actually think I want to play Crusader in the back row. Let's have him be able to lance twice, and then Houndmaster has one turn to use Cudgel. Unless I just want to give him protection. Yeah, I'll still use Cudgel, but I'll give him Mooncloak. And then Shieldbreaker, I think Dark Crown would be pretty good, but I'll have to think about it. Spectral Spear Tip, pretty good, but then she's lacking accuracy. Maybe I just don't do Dark Crown. I think I'm not that worried about stress with all the stress I can reduce from camping and from Crusader in general. I don't want to give her any stress trinkets though, so I better slap surgical gloves on her or something. There's also an argument for Beast Slayer's Ring, but I think I need the accuracy, and this flat damage is just... These bones are just better than the 25% damage. I'm losing 10% damage for plus 15% HP, and this works against non-beast enemies and the Warrens too, which are guaranteed to show up. I do have to be careful about Swine's... Let's think about Swine Skyver for a moment. The Puncture should be pretty good at pulling Skyver out of position to cripple them. It's not guaranteed though. If Skyver starts in the back rank, then I can only pull him to rank 2. But my backline units are pretty tanky actually. Vessel's not that tanky actually. I could take Man-at-Arms, but I think Houndmaster with his bonus beast damage kind of makes more sense here. And which Vestal should I really take, though? Maybe I should skip... Maybe I should save this Vestal for the Cove or something, because I do have a Vestal that has Hard Noggin and Manslayer, which makes her not need a... Oh, and Beast Slayer. Oh my god. And Warren's... Okay. No, you're coming with me. This Vestal is tailor-made for the Warrens. Okay, so who can I stress heal here at all? This Vestal, I guess, is the only real candidate. Or, since I have a lot of Vestals already, probably just do the Plague Doctor instead. How many spare Vestals do I have? 1, 2... I have 2 spare Vestals, so Plague Doctor should get this stress heal. Because neither Occultist nor Plague Doctor can go here. just lock that in. And we can start thinking about who to put here now. I guess since Plague Doctor can't go anywhere anyway, we'll heal the Black Plague off her, so we don't have to wait until camp to cure that off. She's not a great... I already have a... Well, I don't think I'm going to need 2 Plague Doctors for the end game, so might think about dismissing her too at some point. But we will cure the Black Plague off. And then, what else? Rabies, we're keeping on Hellion. We're going to try it out. Alright. Alright, you know what, guys? That's enough for me for the time being. I'm going to take a dinner, a little break, and I'll get back to it later tonight. But this is a good time for me to take a break here. Let's go and see what I can raid out. Wow, not many Dungeoners on right now. This guy's face cam? Yeah, alright. I'll raid out here. Alright, thanks for tuning in, guys, as always. We had a good session today. Our plan did work out as we had hoped. So I will go ahead and take a dinner break here. Be back on later tonight. If I don't see you, have a good night. As always, thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time.